Very good evening to everybody out there in Premier Gospel Land. Thank you for tuning in, as many of you do every week. We really are very privileged for so many of you that are regular listeners here on Sing Out. And I really do try to get you worship leaders, people of all different things. But sometimes in the course of the time, I also like to have real testimonies and different things that are happening around and things that we can pray for, because this is also a ministry show, and praise and worship is all about ministering to people. So right now I have on the line a beautiful woman of God, and her name is Pamela Dunduru. Now, did I say that correctly, Pamela?
Yes, you did.
Praise the Lord. Well, say hello to everyone out there.
Hey everyone, how are you?
This is Pamela. Now, Pamela, you're a good friend of mine, so we can't tell them all the things that we know, because I've known her for a very long time up in Manchester. She's part of my church, actually, but she actually has really taken a step out of the boat and had a burden on her heart. And I saw a few things that were posted, and I thought it was really important for us to just hear a little bit. We don't have a lot of time, so we can't go into too much. But she has started an organisation. So, Pamela, can you share with the people what was on your heart and why you started what you did?
Yes, certainly. What I have started is called the Magdalena Foundation, and it basically is an organization that raises awareness on domestic violence. And the reason why I really started it was, as a child growing up, I saw a lot of domestic violence happening to my mother, and then I experienced it in my childhood as well. And growing up into my adult life, I went through quite a lot of it. So that really pushed me to start raising awareness, because I said in the end, well, nobody deserves any abuse whatsoever.
Absolutely. Now, you are from Zimbabwe. Do you find it was even more of a taboo to talk about over there?
Absolutely. Well, the situation was that if any domestic violence occurred and it was reported to the police, what would happen is the police would just say that, sort it out yourselves, it's a domestic affair, and nothing would happen. They did try and have an organization there, which is still there, but at the moment, as far as I'm aware, it's not as functional.
So do you think that there's been, especially in different nations, do you think there's been a sort of there's no point in saying anything because nothing's going to change?
No.
Or do you think there's more of an awareness today?
Yes, there's more of an awareness today, although there is a lot of resistance around domestic violence and raising awareness. A lot of people and organizations, including religious organizations, want to brush it under the carpet, but it has been highlighted a lot in the media of late. So yes, there is a lot of awareness about it.
I mean, it's very strange to say brush it under the carpet. If someone comes with a broken jaw or a broken arm, how can we brush that under the carpet?
Well, most of the time when somebody presents themselves in that form, they're just treated in the hospital. So what is happening now is that in most hospitals they are setting up a little center or a little unit where doctors are able to recognize, they're trained and are able to recognize that somebody is going through domestic violence, and then they are referred onto organizations that deal with domestic violence against women and children.
I mean, can I ask you, I wasn't sure about this. Is the organization here in the UK and in Zimbabwe, or is it just where is it actually based?
No, the Magdalena Foundation is based right here in the UK, in West Bromwich in the West Midlands. However, I do speak to people around the world. Recently, I had some messages, email messages, from Zimbabwe, from South Africa, from Australia, and even some from the States. So they do try and contact me and, want to find out information on how they can best get help. But I do signpost them. And if it's especially outside the UK, then I do advise them to contact their local women's aid if it is available in their area.
Oh, I mean, I would love to go into more detail, but, unfortunately, we'll get you in properly to really do a talk about this, because it is an important subject. Mm-hmm. But just in case somebody's listening right now and, they have been hiding it under the carpet, or they have not really found the. Sometimes you need courage, isn't it, to speak out, because it's going to cause a lot of problems. Where can they find you? What are the details where they can find your organisation?
Yes, the details of my organization. We're the Magdalena Foundation, and they can contact us on our email address, which is magdalenafoundation@gmail.com. And they can also contact us on our actual Facebook page. They can inbox us if they have queries, and we'll be quite happy to help and signpost them.
Can I be bold to say, does it refer to men and women?
Yes, you know what, Pastor Madeline, I decided a very long time ago that I'm not a feminist. I believe that domestic violence should not happen to any man, any woman, or any child. No one deserves domestic violence, so it's for everybody, to be honest.
So, men can actually be affected by it?
Yes, the statistics that have been indicated is that 1 in 5 men experience domestic violence at some point in their lives.
1 in 5?
So, 1 in 5, and for women, 1 in 4 experience domestic violence. And the sad thing is, 2 women per week die as a result of domestic violence. So it is important, and it's for everybody, to be honest.
I really thank you so much for just stepping out and having that burden to go forward. But I just want to talk to you a little bit about, the fact that you have been doing that, and you've been talking out there, and you've been really speaking your heart. You got nominated for an award, didn't you?
Yes, oh my goodness, that is so amazing. Because previously I got an award in July by an organization called Break Free Magazine, Women of Wisdom, and they were recognizing the fact that I was raising awareness. And then out of the blue, Pastor Madeline, no effort of mine, I do not take any glory whatsoever. I don't know how it happened. Somebody nominated me, and I got an email saying that, can we have your details? And of course I did. And at the time I thought, well, okay, they want me to talk about domestic violence. Yes. But then they told me, you've been nominated, and it was in the category of the motivational speaker of the year.
Wow.
So it's an organization called ZIWA, which is Zimbabwe International Women's Award.
Can we still vote for you?
Yes, the voting lines are still open. The voting website is still open until the 19th of September, and you can go to the website. It is www.ziwa, which is ZIWA awards, and it's .com/voting.
Say that one more time. One more time.
It's www.ziwa awards. So it's ZIWA awards.com/voting.
Well, Pamela, I'm going to encourage the listeners right now. Now, I know some of you might not have heard her, but I tell you, it's a wonderful thing, because it's not just a motivational speaker. She's speaking about something that's important. She's speaking about something that is going to change somebody's life. If that thing can be shut down, I don't even know what it must be like to live not knowing when someone comes home if they're going to be thrown across the wall. I actually am very thankful in all my relationships. I never, ever, ever experienced domestic violence. Neither was I violent. But so in a way, it's a strange one for me. But I really, when I've heard some of the stories, I've heard other organizations, absolutely horrific. And some of it is quite, it's controlling. People feel like they're in prison. They can't get away from the family, and even family sometimes gang up on them and tell them you can't leave and things like that. That's
true. Yes, that is so true. There was one incident where a gentleman said to his partner, I've hidden a 10p coin, and by the time I come home, I want you to show me that you found the 10p coin. And of course, that would have meant that she would have had to clean